This is Sara Parry Intuitive, and this is your June insights, guidance, and predictions for 2022. This is for the collective. If something doesn't resonate with you, then maybe listen to your sun sign, your rising sign and moon sign. And if you'd like a private reading with me, then do go on down and visit the website and look at all the offers and monthly subscriptions, more importantly, if you like something regular. This is going to be an interesting month for everybody. I'm particularly getting, and I've got this in other readings, Leo aspects coming in. Now, this is probably because we will be not too long after June, July, we will be coming into the Leo energy. But I feel like Leo people and contacts, or the Leo energy, is going to be significant. And I'm getting the hero, the leader, the worshipped, all those kind of words where you can step into your leadership, you can be king. And I think that's why Leo's coming up, because it's the lion, the king of the jungle, and Aries is about leadership, really. What I'm seeing is you looking at yourself in and at the insensitives to understand the sensitive approach. And I feel like you're going to go very, very deep within yourself during June. And you're going to be looking at how you can upscale your life in a way that you can be proud of, others can be influenced by, and that you can create more longevity and more success in your life. So much has changed. If you are obviously in Europe area, in fact the whole world, because of everything that has been going on, obviously the pandemic and Ukraine and Brexit, all these things have just been, everything has affected, we've all been affected somewhere by this, and the economy has changed. Things are kind of going up and down, up and down. That's what you're going to really notice in June. It's like this weird pattern, like you're watching, when you're looking at an audio recording, say you were recording, and you can see those little lights going up and down with the balance, the bass and the treble and everything. That's what you're seeing. And I'm seeing this is to do with house prices, investments, and you're getting a really clear picture, because I can see you kind of writing it all down and getting all the clues and thinking, hey, if I do that at that point, that's likely to happen. If I really get in quick now, I could actually in 6 months' time be home free, kind of thing. So if you are dealing with debts, or you've had some losses, or you're trying to offload a property, or you're trying to buy something, this is how effectively you will get there. You'll get closer to your goal. You may be wanting to grow a business, or you've been wanting to grow one for the last 2 years, and suddenly in the middle of June, around I'm getting literally the 14th to the 16th, and then again on the 20th and 21st, these really important ideas and inspirations coming in. You may also meet somebody who's very inspirational, someone very insightful. I'm seeing older teachers, older people, influences, maybe grandmas, grandpas, or older aunts and uncles, or just if you work maybe in a care home, or, around older people. I've definitely got the word pensioners, people that have lived through life, who have seen the patterns. They've lived long enough to see the change in the world. Anybody that's still alive who was in the First World War, I don't know if they've still been in the First World War, but the Second World War definitely, or lived through things, and they're old enough to tell the story, will be able to give you insight on how to deal with things now, because at that point the resources weren't there to overcome these difficulties. Right now we have so much other technology and know-how, understanding of how to be smart, how to be strong, how to be powerful in ourselves, how to, there's more ways to stand up for yourself and your freedom. When you look back to right back to the war times, it was kind of, it was just very different. it was kind of you're in or you're out. There isn't kind of a middle ground. I think, there was less, it was just kind of a way of survival. But we are still in that. But because we've got so many more gifts now, so much more to grab hold of, and so many, ways of doing things, it isn't as difficult, but it may seem more difficult because it's more of a loss. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of comparisons going on, people kind of saying, well, when I did this, I did it like this, and they're showing you a way and you think, God, that's so simple. And actually it would really work with my business effectively. If I looked at things like that and the profits and the investments and shares and that, I could really turn things around. So it's quite an exciting month. Just be aware that Neptune's going retrograde at the end of the month. And once that kicks in, you may start questioning your own truth and your own abilities. Listen to that voice now. And, I've said to a few people now to actually record what you want, what you believe in, what your truth is. Take time to actually make a note of this is what I want. Really focus on those desires. You're going to be out of Mercury retrograde anyway, so things are going to start speeding up a little bit. And, it's like the fog is going to be a little bit clearer. Although I do believe Mercury retrograde came in as a bit of a godsend because it did slow things down a little bit. And I think it kind of went, oh, I can stop now. And I think a lot of people are kind of enjoying it. But there has been, and you will have realised, there was some second chances that happened during the month of May. And I just feel that you're going to come into June so much more insightful than you did before. And realising that something really simple in your life could give you everything you want and be a guarantee, which is a huge thing to say right now because so many things aren't guaranteed. It's like you've been blessed with that insight to focus forwards, maybe a year, 6 months, 10 years at is how things are going to play out. Now, if you are psychic or, you work in that field, I think you're going to be, you're being guided to use that sight. Use it for those purposes for yourself as much as guiding other people. So much inspiration is definitely a new idea, which is coming from a second chance. Something else coming in, you don't necessarily take it, you don't take that opportunity. It just gives you an idea to go somewhere else. It's like maybe someone's going to offer you a job or an opportunity to go to an interview and you think, you know what, the way I behaved last time, or now that I've got more know-how, I could be doing that job, or I could be doing what the person that's offered me's job kind of thing, not that job, but I could do it from a different scale. I didn't need to wait for that offer. I could just done it myself. It's like saying, wanting to take on a role, which is, with new management and, you're working towards a goal, and then realising you could actually do the manager's role. That after all that time in between, you've learned so much more and you can use it in a different way. You're definitely going to change direction in June. Fate is going to step in and show you exactly where that is. So be aware and listen, because if you don't, you are going to find it a struggle because lots of doors will shut on you. That's your sign. When you feel like you're stuck in mud again and everything suddenly slows down and the brakes, not the brakes, but the petrol's run out. Right, and suddenly you come to a standstill, that's the time to look at things differently and look at a new option. All right, it's like if you can connect really strongly in this intuitive phase, you are going to really be able to climb mountains, move mountains. I've got two things going to be completed over this month, and it's going to come from overcoming a challenge, which meant being honest with yourself, and you're going to write something down or write a message or send a message to somebody, and it will finalise something for good. And this could be that you're holding on, waiting for someone to come back, waiting for someone's answer, and in the end you just say, do you know what, I'm not interested. Or you connect maybe with a job role or something, so I haven't heard from you, but you've completed it by reaching out, and then you get the answers you need because it's presented a problem because you've just been waiting, you've been putting things on hold. So that's where I feel like the block is. It's like you're not listening, you know you need to do this, but you're holding back. So it could be voicing your truth, it could be finding completion, finding an ending by taking back the control. This will bring back a lot of balance for you, and I do see justice happening. So it's like two things have to be finished to overcome an issue. And it is going to mean detachment as well, detachment from yourself emotionally. Watch yourself getting tangled up emotionally and questioning too much. There is something coming back. Again, this could be the second opportunity. So maybe somebody wanting you back, somebody returning and saying, I want you back now, let's start again. And then you're realising that actually we something needs to change. This isn't what I want. Maybe you're going to finish that. That's the whole problem. You didn't voice your truth. It's, it's not going to work, even though it's on the table. You are going to take control emotionally and move things forward, and you have got that control if you're questioning it, all right? Just know you have. There's a lot of healing relationships wise. Again, you with the controlling hand, and they're saying just know what your goal is, and then you can make the call and you can communicate and sort it out. Don't kind of sit there thinking, well, I didn't do that last time. It was their turn to call. I'm not going to call them. They're not calling me. Yes, you did it before. Have another go. All right, you'll get a different response. I'm seeing a big breakthrough, a new beginning coming for some of you. A massive change coming about the third week of June, which is going to give you more insight. This is a tower moment. This is something that could be chaotic. It could, I'm getting the word crash, but don't kind of take that literally, but it could be a crash in investments. It could be, well, let's not say a crash, or the sound of something crashing, falling. It's like something smashing. It's falling apart. It's like, whoa, it all heads butting, that kind of thing. An argument, a standoff, but it gives you a lot of insight because truth is going to come out in some way, or you're going to have a realization. Before that, there's an unexpected surprise, which will put you in the right place to deal with that situation, and you will also find you've taken in a new option before that too. This could lead to an argument where you decide that you want to do something different. You're not going to be, what I'm saying is, it's like you're seeing that if you keep just moving sideways, you're never going forwards, It's like standing at the edge of a platform, and the tube train's coming in and the door's opening and closing, and every time they open you go, oh, shall I go in? No, I'll wait for the next one. Maybe if I wait for the next one, because you're waiting for someone to come with you, but they never keep arriving. And by the end, you're still standing on the platform and no one's turned up, and you haven't even got to your journey because you put everything on hold for them. All right? That is just an analogy as well. There is more balance to be had from not trying so hard. And I see that anything linked to a home agreement, there's more learning involved, there's something more understanding, and that's why it's not working. All right, so if you're not getting a house sale, or you're not something isn't moving forwards, it's because there's something that isn't in place. Something isn't balanced. There's a little negative in there, or tweak that's needed. Maybe if it's moving in with someone, you're not meant to be moving in with them. Maybe it's a really bad investment, but something is being held up. So don't get yourself stressed. It's happening for a reason. This could be that that tower moment where suddenly it's not happening, or you find a negative, but actually it gives you more understanding of what you should be doing, which direction you could be taking. That you shouldn't be moving. So for instance, say you were deciding to buy a house with somebody, the relationship isn't that strong, but you think by buying a house everything's going to be fine, and then you find out that the house is off the market and it changes everything, and then you realise it's happened because you weren't meant to do it. It wasn't, the relationship wasn't strong enough, so the house hasn't come forwards for that reason. Okay, so it's there's a lot of protection here. I'm seeing more secure around your home situation from this, okay, and lots of learning to be had. Maybe it means you've got to look further. Maybe you've got to look somewhere else. You're not in the right place. Now, I do see abundance coming from rising above things. Don't get too intense with talk. Speak your truth. Say what you feel. Be very clear about what you want, and things will go a lot more smoothly. There's a call that's going to come and help you, and this is on a heartfelt call, an emotional call. It's going to help you overcome a challenge. And from there, I'm seeing a kind of more relaxed attitude, more expansive, and things kind of coming out of the blue that are going to work better for you. Now, there's one revelation that's coming, and it's going to be it's going to come with temptation. this is something you wanted to do. I feel like this is a journey or holiday or trip you've wanted to take, and you're going to realize that actually there is two sides to it. That actually, oh, is this something you should rush into? So again, this is you having insight at what could be coming. You've got to realize your value. That's what spirit is saying, and keep yourself grounded with that. So it's like you're really going to find a balance this month where once you understand what you're worth, by getting yourself grounded and anchored and knowing what you want and being certain about your truth, your insight will open up and you will connect more with spirit and you'll be more in your flow. You'll be able to rise above certain matters and know exactly where to put your energy, and that way you will be provided with more abundance in your life and things will become more creative and there will be more rewards. I've just got this sense of new journey beginning, a new goal set. It's higher up, it's more grounded, and it's more rewarding. There's definitely some opportunities here this month and a lot of inspiration. So take a new approach on a second round, on a return, okay? Have a new, fresh approach. Don't just go backwards into something or jump into something. Have fresh eyes. That's linked to that return and the second chance. Take a new direction, okay? So I hope this has helped you. If you'd like a private reading, then just get on down to the website. And please, if you are feeling the need or the desire to, like, share and subscribe. And I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.